So as we continue our coverage of Doctor Strange 2 Into the Multiverse of Madness, we've got some pretty cool, interesting information that was revealed yesterday, and I've waited a day to see if any more information or context comes out. Now don't worry, there isn't actually any spoilers in this video for Multiverse of Madness, but there kind of is in a little bit of a way. So careful with spoilers, I don't want to ruin your experience. So if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. We do Marvel, DC, Kaiju, pop culture based content on a daily basis that would help the channel massively. Comment to help the algorithm, and also check us out on Instagram at Warstu, check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. Now this information is coming courtesy of Grace Randolph. Now I know Grace Randolph is hit and miss when it comes to information, but I've had this information and the actual test screening inside Marvel with Marvel personnel. This is not a public test screening, this is inside Marvel employees based screener. It's been confirmed by multiple people that it did actually happen, and I happened to get hold of the information for a lot of what went on in this screener. But as I said in the prologue for the video, I'm not going to reveal any information that's not publicly out there. All the information coming from this video is literally on Twitter. So Grace had this to say: very positive test screening for Doctor Strange 2. Wanda is still the villain, as I've always said she would be and has been from day one. In the Doctor Strange 2 trailer, it is very misleading in the scene where Strange is like, I'm not here to talk about Westview, and then he's like, have you heard of the multiverse? Of course she's heard of the multiverse, stupid. And then Grace continues to go on. Wanda's not watered down at all. So Wanda is a freaking savage in this movie, which is fantastic to hear after the villainesque prowess she had during WandaVision. American Chavez is definitely LGBT, and they show her parents. Lots of major awesome cameos. Oh yeah, movie is back on track. It's worth saying this movie doesn't come out for another 5 months. So even if this screener was positive, which it seems to be positive, they could still change a lot of things to do with this movie. She went on to say, more tea, although it's not really tea, and it's not an exclusive scoop, Grace, or anyone else, because this is information you've got from a screener. It ain't a scoop, it's not an exclusive, it's your rebuttal in something else that someone else has said in order to get some Twitter clout, essentially. Current cut, approximately 2 hours, but without credits or end credit scenes. Interesting, because initially this movie was supposed to be around 3 hours, which tells us if it does end up being about 2 hours, but generally they do the internal test screening, and then they would change a bunch of stuff and change a bunch of stuff, and then we get to the final runtime. Marvel generally don't do public test screeners. They generally do it with family members for people that work for Disney / Marvel. Tom Cruise not in it, and some other rumored cameos, it seems, also didn't happen. I feel like this line here is a massive deterrent, because previously here, lots of major awesome cameos, and now she's kind of backtracking there. So it is interesting. Worth saying, this movie doesn't come out for a very long time. Everyone at the screener loved the movie, said they wanted to see a Doctor Strange 3. Now that's interesting, because I think Thor 3 is the only movie that didn't ruin their whole franchise, because Iron Man 3 sucked, and you know where I'm going with that. Great cliffhanger ending. Shit, we can use that for the title. Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse Madness ending reveal. Okay, it's not revealed, but major cliffhanger at the ending, which would tell me this is not the end to the multiverse saga. Are they going to set up Secret Wars? Well, we know they're setting up Secret Wars long term. Doctor Strange has more screen time than Wanda, but both are leads. Now, this was an issue because Benedict Cumberbatch went on to a talk show and literally said he didn't really have much to do in his own movie. No other spoilers, though, because let's try to save some for the theaters, which is interesting. Please keep in mind, Doctor Strange 2 is approximately 5 months out, and they are currently testing it, so this is by no means locked or completed. Also, I hear they have extensive VFX work to do because this movie is freaking nuts. Well, I literally could have told you that without going to it, that this movie is going to be nuts. And yes, Doctor Strange 2 has strong horror vibes, shots that are classic Raimi from people who were at the screener. She tends to keep saying from people who are at the screener, like she needs to keep justifying herself. Okay, Grace, we know you've been wrong a lot, but maybe, just maybe, you're right about this. I hear Wanda versus Doctor Strange fight is absolutely fire, wow, fire, wow, fire, wow, fire, wow, emoji. There is a cameo nobody has reported yet yet, so I hope everyone holds back and doesn't ruin it. But will Don Campia, the person that ruined the big surprise in Spider-Man No Way Home, will Don Campia be the one to ruin it? I don't know, guys. I'm just trolling. So, these reports are freaking fantastic. Now, the cliffhanger ending, careful for spoilers, but I said spoilers throughout. Now, before this, based on Reddit and 4chan plot leaks, so they're probably freaking made up, they were gonna have Wanda, aka Scarlet Witch, do some House of M scene, reverse House of M, when she says, no more mutants, and essentially the ongoing rumor, stroke theory, stroke leak, I guess you could say, was there was a reverse House of M, where instead of her killing all the mutants, she brings all the mutants to the MCU, and that should be the massive cliffhanger ending moment, potentially. So I don't know. But that would be pretty cool if that does turn out to be the instance. So, also some other Twitter people said this. Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse Madness will have an impressive body count and will use it as variants to get great effect. Love what I'm hearing. Pretty cool. A lot of people are saying it's the most savage Marvel movie ever, but let's be honest, guys, that's not exactly hard for it to be savage. Let's be honest, Marvel is generally PG-13, so it wouldn't be hard for this movie to be the most horror epic movie ever. And then people are like, did you not see Endgame? Did you not see Thanos get his head chopped off? Yeah, but did you not see how they executed that? Like, really? It was so poor how they executed it. So I give Marvel a bit of a jip. I give them a bit of shit because I just want them to be absolutely freaking more savage. And then you get some other Twitter people confirming what Grace said. It's true, there was a test screening yesterday for Multiverse of Madness. It's like these people on Twitter seem to think they're special and they've got these hierarchy powers that I can confirm that test, okay, literally everyone can confirm it happened because we know it's happened. So realistically, we haven't really ruined anything in this movie. So what could this cameo be that Grace is on about? Is it Jada Smith that apparently met with Marvel recently? Justin Timberlake? Could it actually be Tom Cruise? But they're trying to make out it's not. Could it be Ben Affleck cameo that allegedly is going to happen? Could it be John Krasinski appearing as Mr. Fantastic? That's going to be a rumor that's going around soon because they're starting to cast for Mr. Fantastic. But if they did go with John Krasinski, that is literally the biggest ongoing rumor ever for who will be Mr. Fantastic. Now, potentially it could be the Patrick Stewart X-Men stuff that has been rumored for such a long time, but I don't know because surely inside people in Marvel would already know about most of this stuff going into it. But it is interesting. I really hope the movie is closer to 3 hours. 2 hours seems like a bit flaccent. Seems a bit flat to me. You can't have a massive, crazy, multiverse-based story being 2 hours long. That would be a travesty if that is the case. But likewise, guys, sorry that I've done, 4 Multiverse Into the Madness videos in the last 2 weeks or so, but I'm really freaking hyped this movie because what we're hearing about it is freaking insane. If you do want to look at the information from the said plot leaks that predominantly come from Reddit and 4chan, but let's be honest, guys, that's where all the super duper Twitter scoopers information generally comes from, is Reddit. So maybe it's reliable, I don't know. We are just doing what we do here. I'm doing my due diligence and telling you that realistically no one knows what's happening in this movie. Everyone thinks they knows what's happening, but no one actually knows, and that is what's so exciting about this movie. All this crazy stuff could happen, but then again it might not happen. Who could this secret character be? Could be freaking anyone. Could be the Living Tribunal, could be Galactus, could be Warstu, could be Doctor Doom, could literally be anyone. Could be The Rock, Dwayne Johnson appearing as a character. Could be literally anyone. So likewise, guys, I just want to say thank you very much for all the love and support on the channel recently. It's very heartfelt, it's very warm, and I absolutely love the hate support we get on this channel. Without the hate, without the support, we couldn't keep doing this. And yeah, guys, just any feedback down below. I am trying my best to cover a lot of different subjects, Marvel, DC, pop culture based content, whatever you want me to cover down below. We have got some other videos planned for next week: Black Panther 2, Thor 4, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and much more content. So whatever you want me to cover, let me know down below, and I'll get round to covering the other Marvel properties coming later this year, and obviously next year, 2023. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu if you want to connect to me on there. I post stories all day long. Also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. Much appreciated. But most importantly, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Comment down below to help the video on the algorithm, and please like the video. And I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.